However, that Nets catastrophe is nothing when you compare it to what the Clippers did in 1976. The Clippers were then known as the Buffalo Braves, and what they did that season was the worst year of executive decisions, not just in the NBA, but in all of sports. See, the Braves had 3 Hall of Fame players in their prime, plus a Hall of Fame coach, and in the space of just 1 year, they messed it all up. First, after he lost the 1976 conference finals, the Braves fired coach Jack Ramsey, who would go on to win the NBA title with Portland the very next season.
Errado, né?
2 months later, when the ABA merged with the NBA, Buffalo got incredibly lucky to select Moses Malone in the expansion draft. Malone was already an all-star in the ABA, but when he came to the Braves, they inexplicably kept him on the bench. When Malone protested, they traded him just 2 weeks into the season in exchange for 2 first-round picks. Malone would go on to win 3 MVP awards, along with 12 more All-Star selections, and he's in the top 5 all-time in rebounds and top 10 in points. But the Braves weren't done yet, because in 1972,
Não tinha terminado, não satisfeitos, né?
Buffalo drafted Bob McAdoo, and by 1976, McAdoo was already a 4-time All-Star, 3-time scoring champion, and the league MVP. But that clearly wasn't good enough for the Braves, who traded one of the top 3 players in the NBA to the Knicks for John Gianelli, a guy who averaged 8 points per game. But that's not all, folks, because the Braves also had Adrian Dantley, a future 6-time All-Star and 2-time scoring champion. Dantley averaged 20 points per game for Buffalo and won 1977 Rookie of the Year, after which the Braves traded him for Billy Knight. Granted,
Velho, bizarro. O que o Braves tinha na cabeça, mano? Puta que pariu.
Knight was an all-star, so this move wasn't so terrible, or at least it wouldn't have been, if the Braves hadn't also traded Knight after only 1 season. If they kept those 3 future Hall of Famers and Coach Ramsey, the Braves could have dominated the league for the next 15 years. But like a drunk millionaire, they squandered everything for 10 cents on the dollar.
Imediatismo, né? Ah, não deu certo esse ano. Troca todo mundo, foda-se. Troca o Malone. Ah, troca o McAdoo. Troca todo mundo. Os caras não respeitam o processo.